Hi everyone, I'm Yumu from Susan's family. Today, I'm bringing you a new design, the British Aesthetics series Tudor Rose Blanket, for this electronic tutorial. View on en.susudiy.com. This blanket is divided into Section 1, Section 2, Section 3, and accessories. Let's start with Section 1. Next, crochet Section 2 onto Section 1. Then crochet Section 3 and sew it to Section 2. Finally, add the accessories. Let's start with Section 1. Section 1 consists of two identical motif ones. Crochet them separately, then sew them together. Motif 1 starts with a magic ring. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise. While crocheting, you need to work a corner triangle. You also need to switch colors. Several crochet stitches will be applied, and they are all marked on the chart. I won't go through each one here. Please watch me demonstrate the specific crochet method. Take out the corresponding yarn. The sample swatch is for easy viewing, so I'll use cotton yarn for the demonstration. The colors are random. For specific yarn, for the color scheme and hook size, refer to the detail page of the corresponding product and the paper instructions. Start by making a magic ring with your fingers. Everyone, take a look. This is what the magic ring looks like when it's done. Move on to the first round. Start with 3 chain stitches as the turning chain. These 3 chains count as 1 double crochet. Then, work 14 double crochets into the magic ring loop. After completing, check the stitch count. Now, close the magic ring. Try to pull it tight. Finally, pick up the top 2 loops of the turning chain. Work 1 slip stitch. The slip stitch that connects the first round doesn't need to be pulled tight. Correspond to the starting chain below. For the next round, you need to change colors. Here, break the yarn. Work 1 chain stitch to secure. Stretch the loop. Leave about 5 centimeters of yarn tail and cut. Pull tight. This completes the first round. We will use the side with the clearer texture as the right side. Continue to crochet the second round. Let's take a look. The stitch consists of these 2 loops. The one closer to you is the front loop. The other one is the back loop. Take the corresponding yarn. The sample swatch uses random colors. Find a stitch on the left side of the beginning chain. The stitch here is a bit puckered. Pick up the front loop to join the yarn. Then make 1 chain stitch as the turning chain for the single crochet. The turning chain for the single crochet doesn't count as one stitch. Work one single crochet in the same position. Place the yarn tail for joining on the hook and pull it through together. Then work in the front loop of the next stitch on the left. Work 1/2 double crochet. And 2 double crochets. Continue in the front loop of the next stitch on the left. Work 2 double crochets. And 1/2 double crochet. We will treat the stitches we have worked as one group. Continue to work another group. Work 1 single crochet in the front loop of the next stitch on the left. Work 1/2 double crochet and 2 double crochets in the adjacent front loop. Work the stitches in the front loop of the next stitch on the left, maintaining symmetry with the previous front loop. This round involves repeating this group of stitches. Continue to complete this round. When you reach the beginning chain position, pick up the front loop of the corresponding slip stitch braid. Place a stitch marker on the corresponding back loop for marking. This makes it easier to find the insertion point later. Finally, at the starting single crochet, work 1 slip stitch. Pull tight. Cut the yarn. This completes the second round. A circle of small horizontal lines forms at the back. Move on to the third round. Join the yarn at the right side of the yarn tail from the previous round. Start with 1 chain stitch. Work 1 single crochet in the same position. Weave in the yarn tail together. Then, in the first round, work 1 short needle into the double crochet of the single crochet. Work 1 front post double crochet. Insert the hook into this double crochet stitch. Come out through the left stitch. Draw the yarn through. You can slightly enlarge the loop. Yarn over and draw through again. The front post single crochet is completed. Then, in the previous round, skip the corresponding single crochet on the back. Pick up the stitches and work 3 single crochets, one by one. Work 1 SC2 in 1 in the left stitch. That is, work 2 single crochets in the same stitch. SC2 in 1 completed. Continue to work 2 single crochets correspondingly. We will treat the front post single crochet and the following stitches as one group. Continue to work another group. First, work 1 front post single crochet. Insert the hook into the double crochet stitch of the first round. Come out on the left side. Draw the yarn through. Slightly enlarge the loop. Yarn over and draw through once. Front post single crochet completed. Continue to skip the single crochet. Work 3 single crochets correspondingly. One SC2 in 1. And 2 single crochets. This round is repeating this group. Continue to finish this round. Finally, end with a slip stitch in the starting single crochet. Complete this group. Pull tight. Make sure to pull tight on all the joining slip stitches. Cut the yarn. Tuck the yarn tail along the texture on the wrong side. You can work a few more stitches to secure it. Trim excess tail, W. Trim any remaining unsecured yarn tails. That completes the third round. Now, work the fourth round. Find the position marked by the stitch marker from the first round. Insert the hook into the back loop and join the yarn. Start with 1 chain stitch. Work 1 single crochet in the same position. Then, work 5 chain stitches. Skip 1 small horizontal bar on the left side. Work 1 single crochet in the small horizontal bar on the left side. We will treat the stitches we have worked as one group. Continue working another group. First, work 1 single crochet in the small horizontal bar on the left side. 5 chain stitches. Skip 1 stitch and work 1 single crochet. This round consists of repeating this group. Continue to work the entire round. Finish with a slip stitch in the starting single crochet. Don't cut the yarn. This completes the 4th round. You can check your work. There should be 5 chain spaces. Continue to the 5th round. Start with 1 chain stitch. Work 1 single crochet in the spot where you inserted the hook for the slip stitch below. Pull the tail of the yarn together. Then work 1 single crochet in the chain space. One half double crochet. 1 double crochet. One treble crochet. Yarn over twice. Insert the hook. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Repeat 3 times. Treble crochet is complete. The braid on the upper right is its stitch. Next, work 1 ch3 picket. First, chain 3. Then pick up the front loop of the treble crochet stitch below and the strand below. Work 1 slip stitch. Slightly tighten. This completes 1 ch3 picket. For convenience in explanation, we will refer to it as a picket stitch from now on. Next, in the same hole below, work 1 treble crochet. Yarn over twice. Insert the hook. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Repeat 3 times. The treble crochet is complete. In the same hole, work 1 double crochet. One half double crochet. And 1 single crochet. We will consider the stitches we have just worked as one group. Continue by working another group. On the left side of the 2 single crochets, work 1 single crochet. In the chain space, work 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, and 1 double crochet, 1 treble crochet, 1 picot. First, work 3 chain stitches. Then, pick up the front loop of the previous treble crochet and the strand below, and work 1 slip stitch. Slightly tighten. The picot is complete. In the same hole below, work stitches symmetrical to the right side. Take a look after completing it. This round involves repeating this group of stitches. Continue to crochet the entire round. Finally, end with a slip stitch in the starting single crochet. Cut the yarn. This completes the 5th round. Now, crochet the 6th round. At the insertion point where the previous round ended, join the yarn in the left stitch. Start with 1 chain stitch. Work 1 single crochet in the same position. Secure all the yarn tails together. Then pick up the stitch and work 3 single crochets. In the picot stitch hole, work 1 single crochet and 3 single crochets in the same stitch. That means working 3 single crochets in the same position. Complete the SC3-in-1. Then pick up the stitch and work 4 single crochets. Treat the part you have already crocheted as one group. Continue to crochet another group. Skip 1 stitch. Correspondingly work 4 single crochets. Then in the hole of the picot, work 1 SC3-in-1. Continue to work 4 single crochets correspondingly. This round consists of repeating this group. Continue to crochet the entire round. Pay attention to skip one stitch between each group. Finally, end with a slip stitch in the starting single crochet. Cut the yarn. This completes the 6th round. Now, crochet the 7th round. On the right side of the yarn tail from the previous round. Behind the second single crochet, pick up 2 loops to join the yarn. Then work 3 chain stitches as a bridge. Skip 2 stitches on the left side. Behind the left single crochet, pick up 2 loops and work 1 slip stitch. For this round, all slip stitches are worked by picking up 2 loops behind the single crochets, and there's no need to tighten them. Then work 5 chain stitches as a bridge. Behind the third single crochet on the left side of the SC3-in-1 from the previous round. Pick up 2 loops and work a slip stitch. We will treat the part we have already crocheted as one group. Work another group. Start with 3 chain stitches. Skip 2 stitches on the left side. And work a slip stitch behind the single crochet. Work 5 chain stitches as a bridge. Work a slip stitch behind the single crochet on the other symmetrical side. This round is just repeating this group. Continue to finish this round. Work the last slip stitch of the final group at the starting joining point. Don't cut the yarn. This completes the 7th round. Now, let's work the 8th round. Start with a slip stitch in the chain space on the left side for the transition. The transition slip stitch doesn't need to be tightened. Then, make 3 chain stitches as the beginning chain. In the same chain space, work 2 double crochets. Tighten the yarn tails together. Next, in the chain space of the 5 chain stitches on the left side, work 9 double crochets. After completing it, take a look. This round involves working 3 double crochets in each 3 chain space and 9 double crochets in each 5 chain space. Follow this method to complete the entire round. Finish with a slip stitch in the beginning chain. This completes the 8th round. Now, continue to work the 9th round. Start with 2 chain stitches as the beginning chain. Count this as 1/2 double crochet. Work 1 single crochet in the next stitch on the left. 1/2 double crochet. And 4 double crochets. Then, work 1 double crochet in the middle stitch of the 9 double crochets below. Work this double crochet in the corresponding stitch. At the same time, join it to the 6th round. Yarn over first. Then insert the hook into the middle stitch of the SC3 in 1H from the 6th round, specifically, the middle stitch. Insert the hook into the corresponding double crochet stitch behind. Complete the double crochet. Continue to work 4 more double crochets correspondingly. We will treat the part we have crocheted as one group. Continue to work another group. On the 3 double crochets on the left side, work 1/2 double crochet, 1 single crochet and 1/2 double crochet. On the 9 double crochets on the left side, work 4 double crochets first. Then, in the middle stitch of the SC3 in 1 and the corresponding stitch behind, work 1 double crochet. After completing it, continue to work 4 more double crochets. This round consists of repeating this group. Follow this method to complete the entire round. Finally, finish with a slip stitch in the beginning chain. This completes the 9th round. Continue to the 10th round. Start with 2 chain stitches as a beginning chain. Then work a chain as a transition. On the left side, skip 1 stitch. Correspondingly, work 2 half double crochets. One double crochet. 1 DC2 in 1, that is, work 2 double crochets in the same stitch. The DC2 in 1 is completed, then correspondingly work 1/2 double crochet. 1 chain stitch. Below, skip 1 stitch. Work the stitch pattern that matches the right side of the chain. We will treat the chain and the following stitches as one group. Repeat this group by referring to the chart. Complete this round. Finally, join with a slip stitch in the beginning chain. You can find the second chain stitch from bottom to top to work. Cut the yarn. This completes the 10th round. After working a few rounds, smooth out the fabric. Now, move on to the 11th round. First, join the yarn at the insertion point, where you joined with a slip stitch in the previous round. Then, make one chain as your beginning chain. Work one single crochet in the same stitch. Secure the yarn tail together. Next, work one double treble crochet. When crocheting, you need to connect the 3rd round and the 6th round. Yarn over 3 times. Insert the hook into the right side of the SC2-in-1 in the 3rd round. Insert the hook into the back loop of the stitch, and the back bar of the next stitch. Then, insert the hook into the right side of the 4th single crochet, in the SC3-in-1 in the 6th round. Stitch position. Draw the yarn through. You can slightly enlarge the loop. Yarn over again. Pull through the first 2 loops. Repeat 4 times. When pulling through, pay attention to slightly enlarging the loop. After completing, the height of the 3 triple crochet should be roughly the same as the stitches on the right side. The double treble crochet is completed. The braid on the upper right is its stitch marker. Then skip the chain from the previous round. Correspondingly, make 2 single crochets into the stitch. One SC2-in-1. One single crochet. One SC2-in-1. One single crochet. At the chain stitch position. In the space below the skipped double crochet, make 1 front post single crochet. Pay attention to insert the hook from the right side of the double crochet, come out on the left. Pick up the entire double crochet. After completing, continue on the left stitch. Crochet a stitch pattern symmetrical to the front post single crochet on the right. Finish before the chain stitch position. We will treat the double treble crochet and the following stitches as one group. Continue to crochet another group. First, make 1 double treble crochet on the 3rd and 6th rounds. Yarn over 3 times. Insert the hook into the right stitch of the SC2-in-1 from the 3rd round below. The back loop and the 1 yarn behind. Then insert the hook into the 4th single crochet stitch of the SC3-in-1H on the 6th round. Draw the yarn through. Slightly enlarge the loop. Yarn over on after another, pull through the first 2 loops, repeat 4 times. The double treble crochet is completed. Next, refer to the pattern on the previous round. Pick up the stitch and crochet the corresponding stitch pattern. At the chain stitch position, in the skip double crochet below. Work 1 front post single crochet stitch. Pay attention to pick up the entire double crochet. After completing, crochet the symmetrical stitch on the left side. This round is repeating this group. Crochet the entire round following this method. Finish with a slip stitch. Cut the yarn. Secure the yarn tail. Everyone complete it. This completes the 11th round. Now crochet the 12th round. Start at the left side of where the yarn was cut in the previous round, behind the second single crochet from the left of the 3 treble crochets. Pick up 2 loops to join the yarn. Then crochet 4 chain stitches for transition. Skip 4 stitches. In this stitch, work at SC2 in 1. Behind the second single crochet, pick up 2 loops and slip stitch. For this round of slip stitches, don't pull tight. Then crochet 3 chain stitches. Skip 3 stitches. Slip stitch behind the single crochet. Continue with 4 chain stitches. Skip 4 stitches and slip stitch. Then crochet 8 chain stitches. After completing, start from the second to last chain stitch. Pick up the top half loop of the chain. Work 7 slip stitches corresponding to each one. After completing, rotate the piece. Bring the yarn from below. Crochet 1 chain stitch. Weave the chain stitch loop in. Then start from the insertion point of the second to last slip stitch. Correspondingly work 2 half double crochets. Two double crochets. Two half double crochets. Now we're at the top. Pick up the 2 strands crossing above and work 1 half double crochet. One double crochet. Then work a CH2 picot. First, crochet 2 chain stitches. Then insert the hook into the front loop of the double crochet stitch below, and the strand below. Work 1 slip stitch. This completes the CH2 picot. Work 1 half double crochet in the same spot below. Then insert the hook into the insertion point of the stitch on the right. Work stitches symmetrical to the right side. After completing the half double crochet, in the insertion point of the last slip stitch, work 1 slip stitch. Weave in the previous slip stitch as well. If you can't find the exact spot, you can also pick a general area to crochet. Skip 3 stitches below. Slip stitch behind the left single crochet. We will consider the completed part as one group. The section shaped like a leaf is called a leaf. Continue to crochet another group. Start with 4 chain stitches. Slip stitch with an interval of 4 stitches. Then work 3 chain stitches. Slip stitch with an interval of 3 stitches. Continue with 4 chain stitches. Slip stitch with an interval of 4 stitches. Then crochet 1 leaf. Start with 8 chain stitches. After completing, start from the second to last chain stitch. Pick up the top loop of the chain and work 7 slip stitches corresponding. After completing, rotate the piece. Bring the yarn around from the back. Work 1 chain stitch. Then start from the insertion point of the second to last slip stitch. Pick the insertion point and work 2 half double crochets corresponding. Two half double crochets. Now we are at the top. Pick up the top crossing 2 strands and work 1 half double crochet. One double crochet. Then work 1 ch2 picket. First, work 2 chains. Then pick up the front loop of the double crochet stitch below. And the strand below. Work 1 slip stitch. That completes 1 ch2 picket. Work 1 half double crochet in the same spot below. Then insert the hook into the insertion point of the stitch on the right side. Work stitches symmetrical to the right side. Work 1 slip stitch in the insertion point of the last slip stitch. That completes the leaf. Skip 3 stitches below. Work a slip stitch behind the left single crochet. This round consists of repeating this group. Work the entire round following this method. For the last group, work the final slip stitch at the starting joining point. Cut the yarn. That completes the 12th round. Move on to the 13th round. Find the position of the leaf from the previous round. There is a hole below it. Join the yarn at the seam on the right side. Start with 1 chain stitch. Work 1 single crochet in the same position. 3 chain stitches. Place the stitches from the previous round in front. Insert the hook into the seam on the left side, and work 1 single crochet. Then, in the chain space on the left side, work 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet and 3 double crochets. In the chain space of the 3 chains on the left side, work 5 double crochets. In the chain space on the left side, work 3 double crochets. One half double crochet and 1 single crochet. We will treat the stitches we have already worked as one group. Continue to work another group. First, on both sides of the hole below the leaf. Work 1 single crochet on each side, with 3 chain stitches as a bridge in between. Pay attention to placing the chain behind. Then, refer to the chart and pick up the chain spaces to work the corresponding stitches. This round involves repeating this group. Work this round following this method. Finish with a slip stitch. Do not cut the yarn. This completes the 13th round. Now, work the 14th round. In this round, you need to work the popcorn stitches. Start with 1 chain using the yarn from the previous round. Insert the hook into the position below the slip stitch, and work 1 single crochet. Then, place the previous stitches behind. Insert the hook into the 3 double treble crochet from the 11th round. Pick up 1-2 strands of yarn behind the right single crochet. Work 1 slip stitch. No need to tighten. Behind the left single crochet of the 3 double treble crochet, work 1 slip stitch. Similarly, pick up 1-2 strands of yarn to work. Then, pick up the stitches from the previous row. Work 3 single crochets, corresponding to each stitch. Pay attention not to miss the stitch worked in the gap. When crocheting, take out the yarn for the bobble. Place it on the hook and weave it in together. Next, work 1/2 double crochet and 1 double crochet in the left stitch. Work 1 double crochet in the left stitch. Now, you need to work 1 double crochet with a bobble. First, work 1 bobble. Stretch the loop. Remove the hook. Pull the yarn for the bobble flat. Prevent the yarn from getting tangled inside. Pay attention to keeping the fabric flat. Hang the new yarn on the front loop of the left stitch. Hook out the new yarn. Then, make 2 chain stitches to start. Next, work 1 incomplete half double crochet in the same position. Yarn over. Insert the hook. Draw the yarn through. Slightly enlarge the loop. 1 incomplete half double crochet is done. Continue to hook 1 more stitch. Yarn over. Pay attention to pressing down the previous yarn. Insert the hook. Draw the yarn through. Slightly enlarge the loop. The second incomplete half double crochet is done. Continue to hook 1 more incomplete half double crochet. Finally, yarn over and draw through in once. Hook 1 chain stitch to secure. 1 pom-pom is done. Enlarge the loop. Take off the hook. Insert the hook into the loop that was left. On the back side of the pom-pom, hook 1 double crochet into the corresponding back loop of the previous round. Yarn over first. Insert the hook into the pom-pom loop. At the same time, pick up the corresponding back loop behind. Yarn over, draw the yarn through the loop. Continue to complete the double crochet. Slightly tighten the pom-pom yarn. This completes 1 double crochet with a pom-pom. Continue to hook 1 DC2 in 1 with the original yarn. Continue to wrap with the new yarn. Hook 1 more double crochet. Then hook 1 double crochet with a pom-pom. Start by making 1 pom-pom. Remove the hook. Then from the front loop of the next stitch on the left, draw the yarn through. Chain 2 to start. Then hook 3 incomplete half double crochets. Yarn over and draw through all loops. Chain 1 to secure. Enlarge the loop. Remove the hook. Insert into the previous loop. Hook 1 double crochet. Note, yarn over first. Insert into the pom-pom loop and the corresponding back loop behind. Draw the yarn through the loop. Continue to complete the double crochet. Tighten the pom-pom yarn. Continue to hook 1 more double crochet corresponding to the pattern. Hook 1 DC2 in 1. Then hook 1 double crochet with a pom-pom. After completing, hook 1 double crochet with the original yarn. On the left side, hook 1 double crochet and 1/2 double crochet in the same stitch. Continue to hook 3 single crochets. We will treat the slip stitch and the following stitch techniques as one group. Continue to hook another group. First, pick up the short needles on both sides of the 3 treble crochets, the 1-2 strands of yarn at the back. Correspondingly hook 2 slip stitches. Then refer to the chart and crochet the corresponding stitch techniques on the stitches. And crochet the pom-poms at the corresponding positions. Wrap the new yarn around from the back. Weave them in together. After completing, take a look. This round involves repeating this group of stitches. Follow this method to complete this round. Finish with a slip stitch. Cut both types of yarn. This completes the 14th round. Now crochet the 15th round. Join the yarn at the insertion point, where the previous round ended with a slip stitch. Start with 1 chain stitch as the beginning chain. Crochet 1 single crochet in the same position. Then crochet 1 slip stitch in the bottom triple crochet stitch. No need to tighten. Continue in the previous round. Starting from the single crochet, correspondingly crochet 4 single crochets. One SC 2 in 1. 5 single crochets. One SC 2 in 1. 5 single crochets. One SC 2 in 1. 4 single crochets. We will treat the slip stitch and the following stitches as a group. This round consists of repeating this group. Follow this method to complete this round. Pay attention to the insertion point of the slip stitch. Finish with a slip stitch. Cut the yarn. Weave in the yarn tail along the texture on the wrong side. This completes round 15. Continue to crochet round 16. Find the leaf position on round 12. Pick up 2 loops. Behind the double crochet below on the left side. Join the yarn and chain 3. SC2 in 1 on the left side. Pick up 2 loops behind the double crochet below and slip stitch. For this round, all slip stitches are worked from the back side. Continue to crochet 5 chain stitches. Slip stitch behind the double crochet below the next SC2 in 1. Pick up about 2 loops at the approximate position. Then crochet 5 chain stitches. Slip stitch behind the double crochet below the next SC2 in 1. Continue to crochet 3 chain stitches. Slip stitch behind the double crochet below on the right side of the leaf on the left side. Continue to crochet 3 chain stitches. Slip stitch behind the double crochet below on the left side of the leaf. Note that all chain stitches are placed on the back side. We will treat the part we have already crocheted as one group. Continue to crochet another group. First, refer to the chart. Slip stitch behind the double crochet corresponding to the 3 SC2 in 1S from the previous round. Crochet the corresponding number of chain stitches on both sides. After completing, slip stitch behind the double crochet below on both sides of the leaf. Slip stitch behind the double crochet below on the left and right sides of the leaf. Chain 3 as a transition in the middle. This round involves repeating this group. Follow this method to complete this round. The last slip stitch of the final group should be worked at the starting joining point. Don't cut the yarn. This completes round 16. Move on to round 17. Start with a slip stitch transition in the left chain space. Then make 3 beginning chains. Work 3 double crochets in the same space. In the next 2 chain spaces on the left, work 7 double crochets in each. After completing, work 4 double crochets in the left chain space. Next, on the right side of the leaf, behind the half double crochet above the double crochet, pick up 2 loops and make a slip stitch. Continue with 2 chain stitches for transition. Place them at the back. On the left side, behind the half double crochet above the double crochet, pick up 2 loops and make a slip stitch. We will treat the part we have crocheted as one group. This round involves repeating this group. Pay attention when making slip stitches on the leaves. Pick up 2 loops from the back of the half double crochets above the double crochets. Make a slip stitch with about 2 loops. Be careful not to hook into the wrong insertion point. Follow the chart to complete this round. After finishing the last group, make 1 more slip stitch in the beginning chain. Cut the yarn. This completes round 17. Now, let's move on to round 18. Find the spot where the yarn was cut in the previous round. Join the yarn in the chain space on the right side of the previous stitch. Start with 2 chain stitches. Make 1 double crochet in the beginning chain on the left side. We will treat these 2 chain stitches and 1 double crochet as one special DC2 tog. Next, make 2 chain stitches. Then, make 1 DC2 tog. First, Insert the hook into the previous insertion point and make 1 incomplete double crochet. Yarn over once. Insert the hook. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. 1 incomplete double crochet is done. Skip 2 stitches to the left. Make 1 incomplete double crochet in the next stitch on the left. Yarn over. Insert the hook. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. The second incomplete double crochet is done. Yarn over and draw through once more. The DC2 tog is complete. The braid on the upper right is its stitch. Continue with 2 chain stitches. At the previous insertion point, and the stitch 2 intervals to the left. Make another DC2 tog. First, make 1 incomplete double crochet in each of these stitches. Then, yarn over and draw through once more. The DC2 tog is complete. Continue with 2 chain stitches. Take a look at the crochet pattern here. Correspondingly, make a DC2 tog with 2 chain stitches as a transition in between. Pay attention to the insertion points of adjacent DC2 togs. They should be in the same stitch. The insertion points are 2 stitches apart. Continue crocheting using this method. When you encounter a chain space, insert the hook into the previous insertion point and the chain space. Work a DC2 tog. Two chain stitches. Continue by inserting the hook into the chain space and the left double crochet. Make 1 DC2 tog. Two chain stitches. For subsequent chain spaces, follow this method to crochet. Continue to finish this round. After completing the last 2 chain stitches, finish with a slip stitch in the special DC2 tog stitch where you started. Don't cut the yarn. This completes round 18. Move on to round 19. This round will use 2 types of yarn. Start with a slip stitch transition in the left chain space. Then make 1 chain to begin. In the same space, work 3 single crochets. As you crochet, take the new yarn. Weave it into the work. Continue working 3 single crochets in each of the next 3 chain spaces on the left. After completing these, work 5 chains. Stretch the loop and remove the hook. Tidy up the new yarn. Work a slip stitch in the DC2 tog stitch on the left. Start with 3 chains. In the same position, work 1 DC2 bobble. First, work 2 incomplete double crochets. Then, yarn over and draw through all loops. Complete the DC2 bobble. The braid on the upper right is its stitch. Next, work 1 CH2 picot. Insert the hook into the front loop, and the strand below, then slip stitch. Continue with 3 chains. Slip stitch into the stitch below. Slightly tighten. Then work 10 chains. Starting from the 4th chain from the end. Pick up the back ridge of the chain. This is how you carry the yarn. Work 7 single crochets, corresponding to each stitch. After completing, continue by slipping stitching into the stitch below. Then work 3 chains. 1 DC2 bobble. One CH2 picot. Three chains. Slip stitch into the same position below. Enlarge the loop and pause the crocheting. We will treat the new yarn crochet stitch as a flower branch. Then insert the original yarn. Work 1 single crochet into the left chain space. Note that the chain should be placed at the back. When inserting the hook, also catch the loop of the new yarn and the corresponding chain space. Pull tight the new yarn after completing the single crochet. Continue by working 2 more single crochets in the same space. Keep wrapping with the new yarn. Then, in the next 3 chain spaces on the left, work 3 single crochets in each. After completing, work 5 chain stitches. Pause the crocheting. Tidy up the new yarn. At the tip of the leaf below, in the space of 2 picket stitches, work another flower branch. That means, join the yarn first. Note that the leaf should stick to the fabric behind. Then work 3 chain stitches. One DC2 bobble stitch. One CH2 picket. Three chain stitches. Join with a slip stitch. Continue with 10 chain stitches. Starting from the 4th stitch from the end. Pick up back ridges, and correspondingly make 7 single crochets. Join with a slip stitch. Continue with 3 chain stitches. 1 DC2 bobble stitch. One CH2 picket. Three chain stitches. Join with a slip stitch. Pause the crocheting. 1 flower branch is completed. Continue with the original yarn, skipping 1 chain space on the left side. Make 1 single crochet in this chain space. Note that the chain braid should be placed at the back. When inserting the hook, also pick up the new yarn loop. Tighten the new yarn. We will finish except for the last single crochet. Treat the already crocheted part as one group. This round involves repeating this group. The crochet position for each group's flower branch is different. One is at the middle DC2 tog stitch. The other is at the tip of the leaf. Pay attention to wrapping the yarn while crocheting. Everyone, refer to the chart to complete this round. After finishing the last flower branch, stretch the loop. Leave about 5 centimeters of yarn tail and cut the yarn. Join the original yarn with a slip stitch at the starting single crochet. Cut the yarn. Weave in the yarn tail along the texture on the wrong side. Do the same for the other yarn tail. This completes the 19th round. Move on to the 20th round. Attach the yarn at the 6th single crochet of the previous round. Make 1 chain as your beginning chain. Work 1 single crochet in the same stitch. Work 1 single crochet in the next stitch on the left. Then work 7 chain stitches. Behind the middle single crochet of the flower branch on the left side. Pick up 2 strands. And work 1 slip stitch. Continue with 7 chain stitches. Skip 5 stitches on the left side. And correspondingly work 3 single crochets. Continue with 7 chain stitches. Slip stitch behind the middle single crochet of the flower branch. Continue with 7 chain stitches. Skip 4 stitches on the left side. And correspondingly work 3 single crochets. We will treat the first 2 single crochets and the following stitches as one group. This round consists of repeating this group. Pay attention to the insertion points for these 3 single crochets, don't get them wrong. One is after skipping 5 single crochets. The other is after skipping 4 single crochets. Follow the chart to complete this round. After finishing the last single crochet, finish with a slip stitch. Don't cut the yarn. This completes the 20th round. Move on to the 21st round. Start with 1 chain as your beginning chain. Work 1 single crochet. Skip 1 stitch on the left side. Work 1 half double crochet in the chain space. Work 1 double crochet. Follow with one more double crochet. Note that this stitch should be inserted into both the 2 picots on the right side of the flower branch and the chain space. And work the crochet. Continue working 5 double crochets in the chain space. Two chains. Keep the flower branch in front. Continue working 5 double crochets in the chain space on the left side. Then insert the hook into both the 2 picots on the left side of the flower branch and the chain space, and work 1 double crochet. Work 1 more double crochet in the chain space and 1/2 double crochet. We will treat the stitches we have already worked as one group. This round involves repeating this group. Refer to the pattern and continue working down. Note that in the previous round, only the middle one of the 3 single crochets should be matched up with a single crochet. Don't forget to connect on both sides of the flower branch. After completing the last group, join with a slip stitch. Cut the yarn. This completes the 21st round.